Tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. Patriots taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here come the Patriots now on offense. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Sony Michel, his first carry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's good.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot defensively. How do you make sure they don't find a soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb, because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Yeah, they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
It's now third.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, Oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
3rd and long for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Patriots 3, Cowboys nothing.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now Prescott. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's high? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A loss of 3 yards, and now it's second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up, because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Patriots 6, Cowboys nothing.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now second down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
On play action, Prescott. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that'll be incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Prescott to Michelle on the screen. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's a special one there. I say they go get him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 14. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And that'll make it 13-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
And he's made the most of it to this point. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. Catch is made by Harry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We're up 16 yards, a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard.
Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Come on, dog. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
That's to his running back, Sony Michel. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That's not good enough, man.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. That ball complete to Isabella. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. New England trying to get a place on offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This short throw caught by Goddard. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
It certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll fire. This is caught inside the 15.
Complete.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
That's good.
A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where you see the final score there. 34-28, the final score. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. A field goal, the difference. 17-14, the final. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Cowboys take over first down.
Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there in front. Changes the complexion of everything you're doing. It's one thing to score, garbage time, but these count. This is a big deal, and he's making those types of plays. And I think they'll keep finding ways to get it to him.
I was just going to say probably going to go back to him. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A pass there, complete to Westbrook. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
A gain of 1 yard. And the Cowboys first.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. A quick throw complete out to Isabella.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 50-yard line.
Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Olivier Vernon brings him down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
The quarterback keeps it.
We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go with a keeper. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Patriots get the football back. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. Again, it's Michel. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Jake Bailey.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Back now in Foxborough. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
CeeDee Lamb is intended target,
but it'll be 2nd and goal.
On the option, here's Elliott.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Patriots 13.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. But that'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
New England on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Prescott down. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Prescott looks to throw on first. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Second and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll throw again. Prescott. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
At the 45-yard line.
First down, Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On first and 10, Prescott. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Prescott yet again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
To the air again, Prescott. And that's incomplete.
Intended for Chase Claypool. Incomplete. It's fourth down.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll bring him back within a point. Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff.
First and 10.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold it. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He loose football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Power running by Zeke. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Well, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
And they'll try to run the option here.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. Into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Now they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
3-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Yards to go.
And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Able to find Isabella. Touchdown, Cowboys. Andy Isabella, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by a field goal. 1:50 to play. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw. He'll get this underneath to Michel. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Good for a
Prescott. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. That's to his running back, Sony Michel.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Got his target, Samuel. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And again, it's Prescott. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
30-yard line.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Down back at the 36-yard line.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Tonight.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Cowboys, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.